Has anybody seen that movie, The Knowing, or Knowing with Nicolas Cage? That may be the best type of poo hitting the fan that could happen. Just vaporize the entire planet. Nobody survives, not even a cockroach. It'll turn us into a planet like Mars. What do you think? That might be the best solution. Because what I'm seeing so far is definitely going to be a Mad Max type scenario. Because the preppers out here, or most of them are gun preppers, and they have full intentions of taking over. I've had, I'm not mentioning no names, but one group showed, they'd been on television and stuff, and, I kind of agreed to one thing, and they agreed thinking of something else. So, therefore we're leading to nothing. My idea is simple, if a group wanted to come out to my farm and store some stuff, fine. You put it in your own little shed or wagon or container. You lock it up, and if nothing happens, you got your stuff locked up in a container. If something does happen, I would agree to give you an acre of land per person or something like that, and it would share crop. We would share crop it then. No, that's not good enough. They want total control. In other words, the people think that I should give them my stuff, and then they have control over all the stuff that I built up, and I should give it to them. Which is why I have printed up these labels here. Let me see. Yeah, I printed that up, and it's now on all my food. So you can't say that it's not plainly labeled, so you don't know which one's actually got the cyanide in it. And I guess I would have to poison the well and everything else, because I'll be doggone if I'm going to put all this work and let somebody else just take it. If I'm going to go with it. That's why I think just vaporizing the earth would be the best way. There is no honor out there. And if you have any honor, there's somebody out there that's going to take advantage of you. I think that girl, if anybody ever heard of her Morning Mayhem, during the National Geographic thing, they had a guy up in Kentucky that was building this underground compound, and when they went to go see it, it was actually nothing. In other words, this guy was trying to hoodoo people into investing money, and then them not put anything into it. So, there's good. I understand that these places want to have security, but if they're so secure that they want you to invest without actually showing you anything, without you seeing and physically being able to touch and see and have a contract, run away from it. Do not go. The people that I show them, I say, look, here's the farm. I've got fruit. I've got this. If something happens, I require you to have a barrel of dry goods per person stored here. You have to have a minimum of 500 rounds for every handgun, 1,000 rounds for every long gun stored in your container, along with so many changes of clothes, your own bedding, and all like that. And that would be stored in your personal lock box or lock shed or whatever you want. That way, if something happens to me or I want to sell the place, your stuff is locked up. You can move it, But then everybody says, not everybody, but people say, well, you've got control of it. If it's on your property, you could steal it. And what would happen if I couldn't get to you in time? If you couldn't get to me, because first off, I won't let anybody that's not within, 50 miles, because if you're over 50 miles away, this is not a good location for you. If you can't make 50 miles in a couple of months, I would presume you're dead. So, this is going to tear the trolls up, because I'm not going to tell you what it is. Anytime you eat something online, everybody's got to be nosy. What are you eating? What you got there? So anyhow, this is for y'all trolls here. Another reason I'm making this video, because I hadn't made one in a while. I'm doing, my next video is going to be a review of the Prepper Early Warning Device. These things are finally getting useful enough, and the applications on them are good enough where the current generation, and especially the next generation of smartphones, or fartsmones, whatever you want to call them, or could be a prepper tool as far as early warning device, because after poo hits the fan, they'll basically be junk. But as far as keeping you informed and getting messages as things are happening, that don't underestimate the power of early warning. Knowing that something is coming and your neighbor not knowing that something is coming can give you a definite leg up on the situation. So, anyway, that's what that's my next video is going to be on. I'm going to do a short review on these new smartphones. But this video is basically, I guess it's really about beware. Preppers beware. There are a lot of people out there that want to take advantage of you. There's some out there that haven't prepared, and their idea is to come in with a big sales pitch and ride in on your coattails because you've prepared and they haven't, and they see this urgency and they haven't done anything, and they want to come in and give you a big sales pitch and not put anything of their own into it. So, if I set up with somebody, they're going to have to put something into it. You're not coming out here, and that's why I've got things poisoned, because there are so many people. I'd say the vast majority of prepper groups out there are planning to take other people's stuff. They are literally planning to come and take your stuff. That's their plan. Their plan is to take yours, to screw you over. Another thing that really irks me is when they don't agree with me when I say, well, we're going to go by the Constitution. Everybody has a vote. Everybody has the right to own what is theirs. You're not going to come out here and take my land. That's why I got poison and everything. If I have to leave, I will cut every fruit tree down, kill every animal. I will poison the wells. And people say, well, that's mean. What are you going to do if some children come up on, so what? You don't believe in God if you're worried about that. I'm not leaving the stuff for you to take. Period. That's it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not leaving my stuff for you to take. So everything's plainly labeled. All the food drums out here have poison labels on them. The well, poison labeled on it. So, it can't be, it's not being seen. So if y'all haven't planned to come out here, and I encourage other preppers to do the same thing. If you've got a good thing going, label everything poisonous. Just label it all. That way, when they kill you, they won't know. People also say, well, we'll just make you taste test it for us. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. I'll be sure to eat the first one that's poisoned. That would be my #1 thing. I'm not really afraid. I'm not really afraid of It's not. It doesn't bother me that bad that I wouldn't be. I would grab the bag that I know is poison and eat it. That way, I would save your life because you would know that everything in there. You don't know which one is poison, and I wouldn't be around for you to torture. If I didn't die and you trying to take the farm anyway. If people say that's mean, but y'all the one that forced it. Y'all dishonest, unhonorable bunch. You know who I'm talking to. Probably the same people that subscribe to my channel just to vote thumbs down on everything. Do you believe that there are actually people out there that will subscribe to somebody's channel, the hate subscribers that will subscribe just to give it thumbs down? That's the only reason they subscribe, just so they know when you've done a video, so they can come and complain. That's the whole reason for subscribing. I find that quite amusing. So, preppers beware of the scams. There are a lot of people out there right now trying to scam peppers, especially ones that have land and that have prepared, and there are a lot of people planning on taking your stuff. That's what they're planning on doing. There are groups of, I hate to say it, ex-military, law enforcement. They plan to go out and take. They plan on living off of the others by forcing themselves upon you. Like the Postman. Anybody remember that movie where the what was it, a carpet salesman or something? He's now the general. That's exactly what we're going to have. There's a lot of gun preppers out there that plan on being generals. They are, what's the word for it? They, not eccentric, maniacs, maniacal, wannabe Hitlers, little pocket Napoleons out there. Well, I probably won't be around to see it, but I'm not leaving anything here for you little pocket Napoleons either. So there you go. Like I said, all y'all out there, everything's labeled. Nothing's booby trapped. It's all labeled poison.